Hi friends, it's Mo Revere from PG-2, and today I want to do a craft with you. We're going to make a spring garden. So spring is in the air and the weather is finally warming up. We can take our jackets off or maybe just wear a lighter jacket if necessary. And it's a great time to take some nice long walks with mommy and daddy and your brothers and sisters and just be aware of all the things you see out there. There's beautiful grass growing. It's green as could be. There's beautiful flowers in the gardens. I see tulips everywhere I go and pink flowers budding on the trees. And just take a minute to notice all the beautiful flowers and the colors that are all around you when you walk outside. So this gave me an idea to do a craft, and we're going to make a spring garden. So the first thing I want to share with you is the materials that we need. So I have here a sheet of green construction paper and then any other color that you want that will be your background. So I chose purple, but you can choose any color you want. So I have my green and my purple. I have 4 clear cups of water. You can use plastic cups, or I have these little glass cups, and fill them with just a little bit of water. If you have 2, 3, 4, however many colors you want to use for your garden, that's how many cups you need. So I have 4 little cups of water. I'm going to put them here so you can see. And I am going to make watercolors with my water. So I have food coloring. If you don't have food coloring, you can use paint. You can drop a little bit of paint into the water, or you can drop a little bit of food coloring in the water to create your watercolors. Now I have these corks from the wine bottles. So I'm sure you have some at home, or ask mom. You really only need 1. If you have 1 cork, and if you don't have it today, then maybe over Shabbat, mommy can save it for you and you can do the project next week, but you need a cork. If you don't have a cork and you want to do the project right away, you can use a Q-tip or you can use a cotton ball. That will also work. So, but today, Maura's going to show you how to do this project with a cork. And we need some scissors, a glue stick, some scotch tape if you have, and a coffee filter or 2. Okay, these are important, a coffee filter or 2. If you don't have a coffee filter, you can use, it won't work exactly the same, but it will work, but you can use just a white sheet of copy paper. It will also be fine, and you can cut it out into this shape here. It's almost a triangle. You can cut it into a triangle and just cut the bottom to make it a little flat, and this is going to be the shape of our flowers. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to color the water. So I'm going to start, and I love to do this because I love to watch how the color changes when I drop the food coloring into the water. And here I go. Let's see what color is coming first. I have green. Good. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit and set it aside. And now, next color, red. I'm going to drop it in. And look how my water is turning red. And now, what color is this one? Could you see? Blue. Let's make some blue. There it goes. Watch how the color changes. And just mix it up a little bit. And last color I'm going to use is yellow. And here it goes. And there goes the water. You just need a little bit of water and a couple of drops of color. Now, I'm going to just show you, if you don't have food coloring, you can take a little squirt of paint and just drop it into the water like that. And then take a stick or whatever you have and just mix it up to create the watercolor. And there you go. The paint will work just as well as the food coloring. So I have my watercolors and I have my paper, and now we're going to get started. Okay, I'm going to take my green paper, and the first thing we need to do is make the grass. So if you notice outside that the flowers are growing through the grass. We have the dirt, and then the grass comes out, and then the flowers grow. So we're going to plant our seeds in the dirt, watch the grass grow, and then the flowers come up too. So we're going to take the paper and hold it this way in the shape, the rectangle shape, the short side on top and the long side on the bottom, and we're going to cut out one long strip from the bottom, just like this. Now we're going to take this strip and we're going to make the grass. So we're going to make little snips right on top, not all the way through. We just want to give it a grass-like effect. So we're going to make little snips all the way across this green strip of paper to make it look like grass. There it goes. Okay, now I'm going to get my glue stick and I'm going to glue this strip of green, this grass. You could bend it forwards, bend it backwards so that you get a real lifelike feeling from this. Okay, and then I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to glue on the bottom of my other sheet of construction paper. All the way down on the bottom, just like that. And I'm going to take this strip of grass and I'm going to glue it down right there. And there I have my grass. My garden is beginning to grow. Okay, my grass, I'm going to bend this out a little bit so you get the real feeling of it. There it is. Okay, great. Okay, moving on. Now I'm going to take that same piece of green construction paper and now I'm going to cut the short side. Same thing, I'm going to cut strips. Cut one strip. I'm going to cut one strip and then I'm going to take that strip, I'm going to fold it in half like this, and then I'm going to cut it again right on the fold line, right there in the middle, just like that. So I have two stems for my flowers. These are going to be my two stems for my flowers. So now I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to glue my stems into the grass. Okay, I'm going to glue one down here and one right over there. Okay, my stems are coming up out of the grass and now comes the flowers. So this is the fun part. I'm going to put this aside a minute. I have my coffee filter here. I'm going to set my coffee filter down on the table in front of me. I'm going to take my watercolors right here. And I'm sure you've all used dot paint, so this is a very similar process. We're going to take the cork, dip it into the green watercolor, and we're going to, let me move this over, just dot right on to the coffee filter. See what's happening? And look at that. Look how the color spreads. Let me try another color now. I'm going to dip the cork into my red paint. It's my red watercolor. And let's see. And I'm going to do, oops. Well, there goes that. It went into the green. So let me put it back into the red. Oh my goodness. Back into the red. Sorry about that, guys. Back into the red. And here we go. Dot. I'm going to give it another. Just blot it on like that. And look at that. It's amazing to see how the coffee filter allows the colors to spread one into the other. That's the pleasure of using the coffee filter. Let's try another color. I'm going to move on to blue now. I dip my coffee filter my cork right into the blue. And here I go again. And I'm going to fill up this entire coffee filter. I'm going to keep doing it with the different colors. And look what's happening. The colors are starting to blend together. The blue, the red, the green. Let's try some yellow. Here comes the yellow. love to watch how the colors spread on the coffee filter. And it's a nice change from a brush to sort of just bang these corks. Look how it's coming out. And it goes through from one side right over to the other. And I'm going to continue on and cover the entire coffee filter. I'm going to mix all the different colors. I have red, more yellow, starting to get a real rainbow effect. Beautiful spring colors. Let's fill it all up. A little more red right over here in the corner. Okay guys, let's check out and see. I think I got every corner of the coffee filter. Wow, look at that. Look how beautiful the colors spread one into the other. Okay, so this is going to be our flower. Now you can do another one of these, or you can do as many flowers as you want, but I'm going to start with this one and show you. Okay, so now ideally it would be a good idea to let this dry. It'll only take a couple of minutes before you start cutting it. But over here today I'm going to use this one so I can show you what to do. But if you have a few minutes, you can just leave it to dry and it'll be easier to work with once it's dry. I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it in half again and I'm going to cut it right down the middle, just like this. Now if you want to really get creative, you can even cut some snips off on the top to give your flower a shape. You can cut out little circle, or just some triangles, whatever, just to give it a little shape on the top. But you don't have to, like that. Okay, now I have two pieces because I cut it in half. So I'm going to set it down here. Now here's my stem, and now I'm going to put it right there, right on top of my stem. One and two. I'm going to overlap them a little bit to give it some dimension. And overlap it a little bit, and then I'm going to take my Scotch tape and I'm going to tape it on with some clear Scotch tape, just like that. One in the middle. Okay. Let me put some tape on the top so it doesn't pull up because it's still wet. It's flapping over. Put a little tape there. And a little tape there. And look at that. I have a beautiful, colorful flower or tree in my garden. And now I'm going to get busy and make another one. Okay guys, you continue on. I hope you enjoy the process. Enjoy painting with your corks and your coffee filters. Make a beautiful garden and enjoy the springtime. See you later, guys.